Hi, this is going to be a quick video just to show you how I built my cable to charge my FrSky battery. I apologize for the horrible quality of this video, but I have some problem with my camera. So if you're like me and you own a FrSky radio, chances are that you also purchased a rechargeable battery. In my case, it's a nickel metal hydrate battery, or NiMH battery. Unfortunately, this battery does not come either with a charger or even a cable to use with your own charger. So if you live in the United States, there are a few shops online that sells this kind of cables, but where I live, I couldn't find one. And so the only thing I can do is to make my own, and I thought to show you how I did it, just in case you also need to make your own. So the battery comes out with a balance connector, a 2S balance connector like this one that I'm harvesting from this board here. And this connector has 3 pins, but I only need 2, so I'm just using a pair of pliers, and I'm just gonna pull it out because I don't need it. And there you go. And with the soldering gun, I'm just cleaning up the pins a little bit, just to have a little bit clean. And you need to check that the length of the pins, it's about the same. When I unsoldered it from the board, one of the pins went inside a little bit. So again, with the pliers, I'm just pulling them out a little bit from the back just to get them both about the same size. It doesn't need to be absolutely perfect, but you do want to have about the same size of the pins in there. And yeah, this looks they look about right. So next thing I'm gonna do, so this is the battery, by the way. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check the side where the connectors goes in, so I know which side is the red cable, which side is the black cable. You definitely don't want to solder the cables in the wrong way. Then I'm going to pick up a couple of heat shrinking bands here, just for convenience. I'm just gonna pick up one red and one black. There you go. And these are a bit too long, so I'm gonna cut them in half. About a couple of centimeters should be more than enough for this. And put them in, just put them in. Just remember to do this before you solder it, otherwise obviously there's no way, you're gonna have to unsolder, and it's gonna be a bit annoying. Now with fresh solder, I'm just gonna tin my pin there, put a little bit of fresh solder in there. So then I take the cable and just touch it. You don't have to stay with the solder very long, just a second should be enough, just to make sure that there's enough solder to keep it there. And I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Just gonna tin the other pin, and then again take the black cable and put it on top of the pin and barely touch it with the soldering gun, just to melt that solder there, and basically block in place the cable there. So after that, you just check that the solder is strong enough, give it a little bit of a pull, and if it doesn't move, doesn't come out, it should be fine. So now it's probably a good idea before heat shrinking the bands there. It's probably a good idea to check the fitting and see if the connector goes in properly, and it seems that it does, so that's good. And now it's time that I'm just gonna take the heat gun, put this adapter here, so I just get a smaller area, and with the lowest heat settings possible, just go there and shrink the wraps around the soldering points, around the pins, so they're gonna be nice and covered, and there's not gonna be any risk of touching between the two cables. And just to be sure, just in case, I'm gonna put a larger heat shrink wrap on top of everything. So I'm gonna put it in a way that basically it covers half of the connector, and then it goes over the cables, and then I'm gonna shrink that so it's gonna be nice and firm there, and also should look pretty nice, pretty professional. And again, with the lowest heat settings, you definitely don't want to melt the plastic of the connector, so don't spend too much time with the heat gun, depending how hot it is, the one that you're using. And here it is. This is the connector, the finished product. It's very simple, but it's very efficient. So here I'm using a Imax B6 Mini charger, and again, apologize for the terrible video quality, but basically I'm just gonna choose the NiMH charge, and I'm gonna set to 0.5 amps, just to go nice and slow. As you can see, it's charging, so the cable, it's working. And I don't know why they don't sell this kind of cables, but yeah, build one was pretty easy. So thank you for watching.